Welcome to Biblio Bistro.
My name is Megan Jazak, and I'm a registered dietitian and community health educator with the Portage Health Foundation. And today I have with me Michael Sinitis, who is the program coordinator and chef extraordinaire with the Portage Lake District Library. For those of you that are new to Biblio Bistro, this is a cooking series in partnership with the foundation and the library that features simple recipes with seasonal and local produce that are budget friendly.
Today we're going to be making eggplant and garbanzo pita sandwiches. Right, Megan?
That is correct, and that sounds lovely. So the reason that we picked this dish is eggplant is one of those veggies I feel like people don't necessarily know what to do with it.
They're afraid of it. I get it. It makes sense.
And I think you'll find this is a really quick recipe. It's something a little bit different, and it's actually vegetarian too. So it does have cheese in it. So if you're vegan, you could easily make it a vegan dish if you wanted. And it's just something a little bit, I would say, different than your average eggplant recipe.
And we'll get our protein from the garbanzo beans, eh?
Yep. So it'll be a complete filling meal.
Nice. Where do you want me to start? Peeling the eggplant?
Yes. So the recipe calls for finely diced.
Okay.
So however you want to show the folks how to do that.
I think, like most round vegetables or fruit, where it's a little bit trickier, I think make yourself a flat surface. So I'm going to take the stem off, right? So then I'm just going to get in there and I'm just going to peel down. If this is a little scary for you folks, you could always use a vegetable peeler. The skin is a little tougher on an eggplant, so you're gonna have to work a little bit harder with a vegetable peeler. But I kind of find this just going down along the contour to work pretty well. This is how I do pineapples. What else would you peel like that? Papaya, anything, melons even, honestly. This is a great way to just make a flat surface. Get it all down there, trim off your little bit on the end. And then what are you looking for? A small dice?
Yeah, like little dice.
Sure, I can do that for you. So I'm one of those cooks that I like to just get the job done as easily as possible. So I'll make a cut here. I'll make a cut here. And you can hold it together if you can. Here and here. Now I'm just going to flip it over, and then I'm just going to go down through the stack and save myself a whole lot of, see how I'm making the long fingers? Yep, like that.
That, I'm sure, that shaves off a ton of time.
Yeah. And, don't do it if it's scary, but if you think you can manage it, and see, then we're just, rather than all these different little cuts, we're being a little more economical. This is how you do it in a restaurant, because let's face it, you don't have all day.
Right.
Okay.
Perfect. And you can eat the skin. Some people prefer not to, right, because it's a little more bitter.
It can be.
Okay.
I don't know I think that's one of the reasons that people are a little intimidated by eggplant. Sometimes we have it in recipes and it's bitter.
Right.
And sometimes it's not. I don't even know why that is. I made it the other night on the grill. We ate the skins.
Right.
Is it because I grilled it? I don't know, but we both commented that it was yummy.
Right.
And I'm glad I didn't peel it. So.
Right.
But I did it for this one just because.
Yes. But so it's basically a preference. If you want to take a gamble, some of the skins, like Mike mentioned, are bitter. Some are not. So, but they are edible and they do have some nutrition. So feel free to keep them in if you'd like.
Okay. Now, what's our next part?
So then we have onion already chopped up.
Great.
And then we're going to add that to the hot pan with some olive oil and brown it.
Nice. Now I've had this heating up a little bit. Oh, so good news is the oil's dancing around a little bit. Now, one thing you will notice with cooking eggplant is it loves to suck up the fat. Olive oil, whatever you're using. So we'll start with the amount. Ooh, nice.
With the onions, okay.
Yeah, we'll start with the onions and all of that, knowing that there is an amount for the olive oil, right, on the recipe, but you're gonna need to probably add a little bit more with the eggplant. You'll get to that point where it'll start to dry up. And I find this with any recipe that you're cooking eggplant with. Right. It'll say maybe a third cup of oil. I know I'm always adding a little bit more. I mean, you don't wanna go too far, but start with what the recipe says, and then you can just add a little bit more as you go along.
Okay.
Right?
Sounds good. So I think they want it to be browned. So my understanding with that, you want to stir it every once in a while so it doesn't burn.
Sure.
Right? But you don't want it to be like completely stirred all the time or it's never going to brown.
Exactly.
Right?
Yep.
Okay.
That sounds good.
Whew.
Yeah.
I know something.
You do.
All right.
All right. It looks like we've got a good thing going on there. Are you ready for the eggplant?
Yes, let's add it in.
And you want the whole eggplant?
Yes.
Nothing but the eggplant,
Yes.
except the onion.
We got this eggplant from the Calumet Farmers Market from the Boersma Family Root Farm.
Nice.
The last eggplant at the market.
Oh, wow. They've had a really good year.
Yes.
Okay, and now I bet we're going to cover this for a little bit.
Yep, we're gonna cover that. Maybe like, I don't know, what do you say, like 6 or 7 minutes?
That sounds good.
Check in.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh,
That's looking brown.
I know. It's looking good, Megan. I think we're about there, hey?
I think so. So next up, once that's been heated, we're gonna add the chickpeas.
Nice.
We're gonna add lemon juice and cumin.
Okay, do you want to take charge of the chickpeas?
Yes, and you can juice some lemon.
Righto.
Okay, and it calls for 1 tablespoon.
1 tablespoon? Okay. I'll go in to the bowl. Normally I might not do that, but I'm going to do it so we don't get the seeds in it.
Okay,
Okay. And how much did you want?
1 tablespoon.
Oh, perfect. This looks good to me. Now I talked a big game about keeping the seeds out. Let's see if I can do it without the proper tool. What do you say? Do you have faith in me?
I believe in you.
Oh my God.
Look at that!
Ta-da!
Beautiful.
Alrighty.
Yeah, so this is a very fiber-packed dish between the garbanzo beans. Those are also called chickpeas. Those are really hearty, vegetarian protein source, and they are also packed with fiber. And then the eggplant, for 1 cup, has 3 grams of fiber, so that's pretty substantial for a veggie. So
Very nice.
we're getting lots of fiber in this dish, and we chose a whole grain pita, so we're gonna get some fiber additionally.
You are going to get me all of my vitamins today,
Sure, I'm
aren't
trying.
you? Now, you also have some mint for me over here.
I do. We will add that as like a garnish with the feta.
So you want me to probably chop that up fine?
That would be great if you could do
Okay.
that. And I am just gonna I'm gonna pull a Michael and I'm just gonna eyeball 1 tablespoon. I'm gonna do it. You're rubbing off on
this is a
me.
big moment, folks. She doesn't normally stray from the recipe and just wing it, so I've rubbed off on you, hey?
You have.
Nice.
Sometimes you just have to live a little on the edge.
I'm with you there.
How would you describe cumin as a spice, Michael?
I think of it as a very distinct flavor, and I think the reason I think of it that way is people seem to really enjoy cumin, or they're like, oh, you know, they don't like it
It's kind of
at
like
all.
cilantro.
Yeah, that's probably why. So yeah, I think of it as a pungent spice, I guess I would say.
Okay.
If I had to describe it to someone, it's a flavor that really is like pow. It's not a subtle flavor.
No, it runs right in and kicks the door.
I like it though.
Me too. Maybe some pepper?
This looks really good. I like seeing you on the cooking
Me too.
hand. This is fun. Oh,
This is fun. I think once this is nice and cooked up, then we'll just put that into the pita, and then Michael, if you want to add cheese for yours,
oh,
and
you know I
then
do.
we will dish it up.
Okay.
Pretty much set to go. So I mean, that was what, 10 minutes, 15 tops.
Yeah, this would be a
So
really.
this is a quick.
If you got home, if you had these things, if you had the eggplant and you had the garbanzos on the shelf at home and everything, yeah, you could have dinner in 20 minutes tops, which
Yeah.
would be really nice. Okay, you ready for me to dish up?
Yes. Let me grab some dishes. That would probably help.
All right. So, put this in here. Now, you're not going to have the cheese,
No cheese.
but
for
you
me.
are going to have the mint.
I would love mint.
Okay. Ooh. There you go. Okay.
We don't really even need a utensil for this one, do we?
No. This might be a little tricky for the guy with the beard.
Hey, you didn't think about that.
On camera, but we'll see what happens. I just Let's see, let me get my pita. Yeah, this might be like a fork and a knife thing, but I'm gonna give it a go. Actually, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna trade this pita out because I think without that little pocket, I'm in trouble. All right, this'll work. Oh, I'm having a little bit of trouble with this one, Meg. All right, well, there we go. Oh, this smells so good.
Smells really good.
Yeah. And I am going for the feta, for sure.
All right, shall we dig in?
Oh, let's give it a go. I do need a fork. Do we have a fork?
I would recommend toasting the pita.
I think toasting the pita would be the way to go. I'm going to borrow this spoon from you. Yeah, I'm going to get in there with the garbanzos and the eggplant because I don't think people want to see my beard covered in food. I'm sure of that. That's really delicious. The eggplant, the cumin, the beans, really great.
Would probably recommend toasting. Learn from our mistakes.
Toast your pita, folks. Toast your pita.
But it is a fantastic dish.
Yes.
And I think a good way to use a eggplant.
It is. Great recipe. I like it.
Awesome.
Thanks for joining us, folks.
If you'd like to tune in and see our other episodes, as well as get the shopping list and the full recipe, you can go to pldl.org/biblio-bistro. And for any additional information you're looking for on the recipe, whether that's the price per serving, and information about local farmers market, you can click the show notes, which is on the YouTube page as well, which is on that PLDL website.
And if you want to share any pictures of when you're using the recipes, you can just use the hashtag Biblio Bistro on any social media that you use.
Until next time, bon
Bon
appetit.
appetit.